Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of solving graphs. This is standard 7.6G in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 35 off the Redesign Practice Online STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have an average family uses 300 gallons of water a day. That's a lot. And so we have some percentages in a graph here. Let's open up our graph draw feature so we can use that information. We need to find how many gallons of water per day are used for shower or leak. All right, so we have this total of 300 gallons. So I'm going to write that underneath here because we're having to scroll here. So the total is 300 gallons. And we're looking for shower or leak. So I've got my shower, 20%. I've got my leak, okay? So if I'm looking for my shower, right, it's going to be 20% of 300. I'm looking for my leak. It's going to be that 12% of 300. So when we're taking a percentage of something, we're going to actually multiply. Of means times. And it's kind of hard to multiply a percent, but it's a lot easier to multiply a decimal. So if we convert these into decimals, 20%, move the decimal. If it's not there, it's after the ones place. Once, twice over. 20% is really 20 over 100, which is 20 hundredths. So really, we're just going to multiply 20 hundredths times 300. We're going to do the same thing over here. Right, so that's going to be 0.12 times 300. All right, so let's do a little multiplication here. I'm going to do my 300. When I do the times the 20 hundredths, watch. I'm just going to drop the 0 on the front, the 0 on the back, because multiplying by 0 just gets me 0. So that's going to be pretty simple, 600. And you need to remember you've got one digit behind the decimal in your factor, so I've got one digit behind the decimal in my product. So notice I've got an answer there of 60, but that's just the shower. I want shower or leak. So let's check this leak here. So this is 300. You need to multiply it by 0.12. You can at least drop the 0 on the front. So that's going to be 006. And then you got a 0, and then you got 300. Right? So you got 3,600. 2 digits behind the decimal, so let's get 2 digits behind the decimal there. So there's 36. And you notice that's also an answer. Well, which one is correct? Well, neither one is correct because of this little tiny word right here, or. Or is a connecting word. So when we're looking at a graph and trying to figure out how much is this or this, we actually need to take the percentages of both and then add them up. So you've got two different options, right? So you can actually add 90 plus 36. Let me show you a different way, because I bet you some of you did this. Instead of multiplying twice, this is how you can work smarter, not harder. So if the gallons of water used per day for the shower is 20%, right? So we take a 20%. Then the gallons per day used for the leak is going to be 12%. Add those up first. So you get your 32%. Now you make that a decimal. So that's 0.32 of your 300. You can actually just multiply the 300, we'll do that right here, times the 0.32, and save yourself the multiplication. You don't have to end up doing it twice. You just do it once if you add the percentages up on the front end. So watch this. I've got 006. Now I've got 009. Right, so I've got 9,600. I've got 2 digits behind the decimal in my factors. I need 2 digits behind the decimal in my product. So if you put them both together, guess what you get? You get 96. So you can multiply it first, or you can add first, then multiply. Either way, your answer here is A.